Happy Monday, guys. I spent most of my day today just laying around relaxing. Again, with not feeling so good over the weekend, I still am not feeling 100% today. So kind of just relaxed and let myself have a lazy day. But I do have to get ready for the day because I have a doctor's appointment at 2:45. 2 weeks ago, I went and had my first appointment with a new OBGYN. And today I go back to talk to him about getting on medication to make my periods more regular. So then I can know that I'm for sure ovulating and I for sure know that an egg is dropping. The issue with how my period is right now is between every cycle, it's like 35 days, 36 days, and with it being like that, there is a chance that I am ovulating, but my estrogen isn't high enough to release an egg. So with that, it could be really hard for us to get pregnant. So we're gonna meet with him. He gave us paperwork last time. I read through it a couple times. We wrote down questions we have for him, concerns and everything. And then we will see where we go from here. I'm assuming that after we talk to him, we will decide which medication would be right for us. And then, again, I am assuming that we'll wait until I have my next period to start the medicine because you want to do it as in a cycle. And right now I'm like in the middle of a cycle and I would get my period in about 2 weeks. So once I get my period, I would assume that I would start the medicine, do it through that cycle, and then we would go from there. And then when I read it, I think it did say you would see him again every cycle, because if you don't get pregnant, then you would go through, your symptoms you had, if you think it's working, if you want to keep on this medicine, if you want to do a different medicine. So we will pretty much go from there. But I will definitely let you guys know which medication I get on if we decide that we're going to do a medication today, and go over everything that he has ready for me and says to me to keep you guys kind of updated on, this ovulation journey, because like I said in the first video, knew that my periods were, irregular, but I didn't realize that you could ovulate and just not drop an egg, and it just seems crazy to me. And I figured, also with having an irregular period, it's going to be hard for you to get pregnant. So let's hope that once we start taking this medicine, we get pregnant really fast, because that would be the goal. So I am going to wait until Ken comes home. It's about 1:30ish right now. We have to definitely leave right after Ken gets home from work because it's about a half hour away. The doctor office is a half hour away. So we will jump in the car when he gets home, head there, and then I will talk to you guys once the appointment is over. Hey guys, it is the next day. I was planning on recording again when I got home, but after we went to the doctor, we ran to Walmart to see if I couldn't pick up my prescription. It wasn't ready, so I have to go get it today. But then me and Ken picked up some pizza for dinner, and we just came home, started watching the older the Batman TV show. I love it when it comes on MeTV at late at night, so I've never seen like all of the episodes, so we are like watching through those because Ken has them. But I kind of just wanted to update you guys on what happened. So we went in and we chatted with him. We asked him like all the questions. Our concern, beginning with our concerns, like we haven't been trying for that long. What is the standard for people who are trying to conceive? And he said that, you know, women who have normal periods, usually they recommend up to a year before they do any other testing. And for me, because we already know that my periods are irregular, you can start the process as soon as possible. Because really, when you go in, you want to figure out what the issue is of why you might not be getting pregnant. And for us, we know that it's because my periods are off and they're not normal. So with knowing that going in, and that's why he said in the first meeting with us, when we met him in the beginning, he asked all the questions about my period and my menstrual cycle, because once you know the culprit of why you might be struggling to get pregnant, it's easier to, you know, diagnose and go forward. So of course we asked all the questions about the different medication. The one medication said it's like 10% more likely for twins. So we're like, what does that mean? And he said, you know, 1 out of 10 couples who take this medicine and do get pregnant could end up being pregnant with twins. And so some of the questions I asked him as well is like, you know, how long can it take after you start the medication? And he said, really, it's up to your body. There are women who take the medication and within the first few months, they get pregnant. There's people who take it and, you know, 6 months in, they get pregnant. There's people who take it and 9 months in, they're pregnant. He said it all depends on your body, how well it does with the medication. And really, wasn't really a guaranteed answer, because obviously it's just up to how your body reacts, and you kind of have to just go from there. So, you know, after asking all the questions, he finally asked us a question of, are we sure this is what we want? Because he said, medically, they will never be able to, you know, write about it or figure it out, but your mind and the way you think has a lot of power. And he said, if in your mind you are about to take this medicine and you tell yourself in your mind that this medicine is not going to work, it is just a waste of time, then that's what's going to happen. It's not going to work for you. And, you know, if you're not mentally prepared to become a parent or to go through this, then he recommended you not to do it. And me and Ken said, you know, and I said, I know that my periods are irregular. I know what the problem is, and we really want to start a family. And I'm 30 years old. I need, you know, if I'm wanting to start a family, I kind of want to do it now more than later on in life, because like he said, the older you get, the more difficult it can become to get pregnant because of your age. And because I am 30, and this is where my body would be at 30, you know, explaining all that. If I'm 100% that we want to go, 100% we're going to go. And he said, you know, starting wise is up to us. Whenever we want to start, we can start. And we said, you know, we want to start right away. I said, I don't know where I'm at in my cycle. I think I'm like halfway through. So how would we, you know, combat that? And he gave me this list of, you know, the medications and when to take them. So the first medications we are going to take is, I am going to start with norepinephrine, which is a medication that resets your ovaries. Because I don't know exactly where I'm at in my cycle, it would be hard for me to take actual medication to, you know, start ovulation if I don't know when my period's gonna be. So you take this medicine first for 10 days. And in that 10 days you're taking it, it's really just resetting the lining of your uterus. And then it's kind of going through the process of, you know, building up the uterus to shed, you know. And he said after the 10 days, there will be, I think around April 10th, I can expect bleeding, which is meaning you're kind of going through shedding that lining and getting your ovaries reset and ready to go through the process of ovulating. And then I take chlorphonamine, and that is the medicine to help get my body back into a regular cycle. So then I will take one pill for I think 5 days, so April 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, I will take this medication. And then basically he recommends that to be lovey-dovey with your partner, you know, around April 22nd, 24th, and 26th, because that will be the dates around when I'm ovulating. So he's like, you can do it on those specific days, every single day, just once a day, and you know, go from there. And then I will go back and see him on May 13th. And basically I take a pregnancy test the day before I take the actual ovulation medicine, just to make sure I'm not pregnant, because me and Ken obviously have been trying, and he said if there is a chance that I'm pregnant, this first set of medicine I'm taking for 10 days will do nothing, because your body's already going through the pregnancy change. So if I'm not pregnant, then this medicine will help reset my ovaries to get ready for ovulation and my next cycle. But pretty much if, you know, I am already pregnant, this first set won't do anything. And if I take a pregnancy test right before I take the ovulation medicine, then good to go. I can go back to him and we can discuss going further. But if I am not pregnant, then I take this medicine, and May 12th, the day before I see him, I take another pregnancy test. And if that's positive, then obviously we go from there. And if it's not, then we discuss, you know, how the medicine was and what we would go further, like continuously taking this medicine, switching to the other medicine, and, you know, so on and so forth, of like what we think we would want to do. So I'm excited because, you know, he also said that women who have irregular periods, you could have a woman that has a house full of children and her periods are irregular. He said, you know, me and Ken could decide not to take the medicine and keep trying. And he's like, there may be months you're ovulating, there may be months you're not ovulating, and you could get pregnant. The possibility is not like a no, you can't get pregnant because you have irregular periods. It's just harder. And again, since we already marked that box for me and I know that this is what my periods look like every cycle, then, you know, it's easier to say, let's, you know, try this out and see if this works. And I'm willing to do it because me and Ken really want to start a family. And because I know what my cycles are like, this is just going to help me become more regular. And I, you know, I'm ready to be a mom and start a family and, you know, get into that next chapter of life with Ken. And, you know, we're excited. So we will see how this goes. I will keep you guys updated. Like I said, today I will go pick up the medicine to reset my ovaries today, and I start taking them tomorrow. So I will take them for the next 10 days. Then I will, you know, wait to see if I have any bleeding around, you know, the date he says I should have some bleeding. And then I think, you know, shortly after that, I start taking the medicine. So April 10th, I will maybe get some bleeding or expect some bleeding. And then 4 days after that, I will start taking this medicine and go from there. So again, you know, you don't want to be on medication because you hope that your body will just do what it needs to do. But when your body doesn't, you just kind of have to figure out a different way. And if this is what's going to work for me, then it's what works for me. And I'm absolutely fine with figuring out a way to be able to have children with my husband and be able to create a family. So along the way, I will definitely keep you guys updated on how the medication went. There are side effects with the medication that you can have, so I'll kind of keep you guys updated on that. And then we will, you know, see if we get pregnant really fast or if it takes a while. But, you know, again, it's up to my body and to see how my body's going to do. And I just have to be patient like I have been. So I just wanted to share with you guys the update from the doctor, just in case there are other people out there that are going through this as well, because when you're having irregular periods, it can be difficult for your body to ovulate, and again, difficult to get pregnant. And I just want to share this journey just in case anybody else is going through this. They kind of know what to do and know what to ask their doctor, and can figure it out themselves so they can also start a family. So thanks for letting me share with you guys today about the information I found out. And again, I will keep you guys updated along the way, and we'll talk to you again real soon in the next video. Bye guys.